Jack here, JBF Music and Guitar Lessons, back with some more signature guitar lick goodness for you, from a player many consider to be the death metal pioneer, Chuck Schuldiner. Those three licks which I've tried to organise in ascending difficulty, each exploring slightly different areas of his playing style. The tabs, including PDF, PNG and guitar profiles, are up on my patreon.com/JBF Music if you want them. If you enjoy this kind of thing or the content I'm putting out in general, then please do let me know with a like and a comment. Both are really good for the channel's growth, as well as the visibility of this specific video. It makes it pop up in searches and easier for other players to find. If you haven't already, feel free to give subscribe a click and do the enable notifications thing to appease the ever-changing whims of YouTube and its notorious algorithm. For more kind of broader strokes look at death and analysis, coupled with some great riffs and the music theory behind them, check out that informal analysis or critique with the eye up there for a live version of their song Crystal Mountain. Just before we dive in, to clear this up, I'm in standard tuning for all these licks, but I'm playing the licks in the same pitch as the recorded versions, so if you are down tuning to whatever tuning they were in for each song, you'll need to shift them up by the appropriate amount. If that doesn't make sense, I think I've explained as well as I can, but hit me up in the comments and I'll do a better job of explaining it all. I'm doing a wee bit of an experiment here. Those familiar with the channel will know I tend to do the playing technique and the music theory in one video. To keep that workload up is really kind of unsustainable from my end, so I'm trying to split them into two different videos. Let me know if this is something you'd like to see, or if you're happy to have the signature licks videos just spaced out a lot further apart. More than enough for me. I think the scene has been well and truly set. Let's just crack into it. Skipping the first beat of the bar, you pick this note and trill, so pull off, hammer on, pull off. Then I'm going to pick this note here and do a pinch harmonic on the next one, adding vibrato. There's the pinch, there it is. We then got the same idea but displaced, so on a different beat, more on that with the eye up there. Doing this little trill, picking the next four notes with no pinch harmonics at all. Then hitting the string again and sliding up to this 9th fret. Adding in a pretty wide vibrato. So you kind of almost want to, so think of it as like a series of bends. You're kind of almost wanting that note to sound such an aggressive vibrato on it. Now the same idea as bar 1, where we're picking this note, trilling, so pull off, hammer on, pull off, down to here. And then we've got octaves, so I'm using the underside of my first finger to meet the B string and just strumming through all three of these strings. Same thing as semitone higher, strum it again. Pull off to that 9th fret, while still letting this ring out, so you get this really nice crunchy dissonance. Pick these next 5 notes. Pull off, slide down, and then pick this note twice, adding in some vibrato to round it up. So the most success I had in fingering this, as you probably figured out there, was sliding in, using my little finger, because then this finger can come in for the pull off. Using my little finger to fret this 10th fret on the B, and then just barring my 3rd finger for that kind of MIDI pedal point thing. A bit of a position shift here, not a huge jump, but a little bit. using the second finger there on the 7th fret, pulling off to the 6th fret before sliding down to the 4th, and then 2 there. If you're having a bit of trouble with the octaves and keeping just the right amount of dissonance without the other strings ringing out, you might want to check out my top 10 muting tricks, which you can get with the eye up there. But okay, the main takeaways here are the Phrygian and the Phrygian dominant. Again, you can get more in that, a much deeper dive into that scale with the eye there. But in a nutshell, it's that exotic heavy metal lead sound. You want to repeat a phrase or idea, but perhaps displacing that phrase, so putting in a different beat of the bar. You know how we had those, but on a different beat when it repeated. Using the pinch harmonics, octaves, slides, legato and vibrato. Somewhat unusual fingerings, which will probably crop up again here. Pedal points, so that using that note, returning to it. And again, a deeper dive on pedal point with the eye up there. Alright, this lick might sound much tougher than it is, but once you get a feel for it, it'll just sort of roll off your fingers. It's one of those licks as well that it probably took me longer to play it slowly there than it did to play it up at speed. So it's one of those ones that'll probably kind of roll quicker once you get it down. If you get the left hand's melody in your ears, this, and a bit slower. So get that in your ears, it'll make the tapping easier and also pretty intuitive. So in terms of the two hands working together after this hammer on from nowhere, just as you tap this note, you want to lift up this finger. So you're not taking it fully off the string. What you're going to do is just lift it up a little bit, so it's still on the string, but mutes the note out, okay? So you got that hammer on from nowhere, and then you kind of mute this note just as you tap. Then get your left hand ready to be pulled off to. Again, tap this note, then fret with the left hand. Again, pull off, tap. Get that finger ready there, pull off. Same thing throughout. I find saying all the fret numbers with tap licks becomes a bit of a word salad, and it makes it more needlessly complicated than it needs to be. So I'd suggest thinking of the first 9 notes as one sort of chunk, and get that under your fingers first. And then do the same with the next 7 notes. The good news is that this bar just gets repeated 4 times, so once you've got that down, you've got the lick in the bag. There's a cool 5th harmony here again, a 5th lower, so let's have a look at that. But again, good news, it's the same technique, the same interval for spacing, we're just starting down at the 3rd fret. Okay, so hopefully you can see exactly the same thing just shifted down the fretboard. The final noteworthy thing here is the rhythm, rather than being all straight 16th notes, which would be something like use this as sort of swung rhythm. If I just scratch that groove out, So the tap notes are sort of shorter, making them feel more like a decoration, really letting that lower melody shine through. Main takeaway is a static fifth harmony, so taking a lick and then just harmonizing it exactly a fifth above, so all the same notes just bumped up by a fifth. Pedal point, so that's where you keep returning to the same note. Tapping the Aeolian mode or the natural minor, a sinister feeling which is a bit holistic, but I think it's worthwhile mentioning, and also using that swung rhythm to make the part feel even more unhinged. Okay, the toughest of the bunch here. I get the feeling Chuck played this more from intuition than meticulously working it out note by note like I've done here, because it's got this flow to it and there are kind of cool techniques and tricks that tend to pop up when people are improvising. I could be wrong, but that's just what my gut and indeed my ears are telling me. So we want to slide into this note here, then we're just going to go up the scale. I'm using my first, third and fourth fingers. It just makes bar 2 flow a little bit more. Where we have to bounce between the B string and the E string. And then this little grace note before you slide up to that 11th fret. So while I would prefer to play it with those fingers that made this a bit more fiddly than. Yeah, but after that ghost note slide, just add in a little bit of vibrato. We pick this note again, then we're on to the E string at that 8th fret. Got little mini trills, 10 to 11. 8 to 10. Alternate pick between the B and the E strings. And like the other lick, I'd lump that one half of the bar into one chunk, that just to kind of get the rhythm for it. So get that down, then chunk the second part, starting on this 8th fret, up to the 10th. One of these little mini trills again, 8, 10, 8. Coming down the scale, just these two notes. 8 to 10 hammer, onto the G string and pick these 4 notes. Hammer on, pull off, again so mini trill, slide down, and slide down again, add vibrato. So that's second half of bar 3. So if you think of those two as kind of two separate melodies and then combine them, I'm just going to come in from the last 2 notes of that second bar there. Because that's quite, for me that's quite an unusual melody to play, so breaking it down to those 2 parts really kind of helped. And after that 4th bar, we're back up to the position we were in before. So you're going to pick this twice, hammer, pick, hammer, over to the B string, we're going to go down the scale. Pick this note, then pull off. You kind of want to roll your first finger onto the G string's 8th fret, so you're playing that 8th fret on the B that we pulled off to. Then we're going to go through to the 8 on the G, same finger. Hit that again, then slide down. Again, pick these next 2 notes. 10 pull off to 8 on the D. wrap it up on that 7th fret with a bit of vibrato. So if you've stuck it out and got those down, fair play to you. This is not easy stuff, and a shout out to Lick Squad Elite. You guys rock. The main takeaways here, again, the Aeolian mode. Feel the solo out, not necessarily being too strict with the picking or the technique. If you just kind of go at this one, you'll probably get something really similar that sounds kind of just as good or has the same vibe. So let your hands tell you what they feel like doing and what they kind of don't. These mini trills, it does a lot. Legato, and also spanning a wide range on one string. You remember that? Going all the way from here to here, using legato on the one string. Position shift, so we played here, ended up here, and then back to here. And I suppose using a similar motif or theme, those trills and the minor shape. Click there for some more shredding metal leads. This has been Signature Guitar Licks, that's the playlist there. But yeah, hit subscribe to keep up to date with the channel, leave me any suggestions, check out the tabs on my Patreon, enable all notifications by clicking that little bell on the side, if you feel so inclined. Cheers guys.